Auburn quarterback Payton Thorne joins us each week, courtesy of Roback. All your game day gear, great pullovers, wonderful golf shirts and pants, all at Roback.com. Use code TNR20 to save 20% off your initial order at Roback.com. What is up, Payton? How are you, my friend?
I'm doing good. How are you guys doing?
Doing great. I know you've seen the photo because you were looking right in the camera. You knew it was being made. That is an amazing photo that Jim showed. You're going to keep that one for life, I would imagine.
Yeah. I'm sure I'll keep that one around. The family will probably have that one somewhere at some point.
Hey, so congratulations. Tough-ass performance, by the way. Talked about it yesterday. That was gutty, especially that fourth down run, the hit that you took. A lot of great things on Saturday, but going 4 overtimes, we just don't see that a lot in college football. If I took you back, your most exciting game as a starting quarterback, 2021 Michigan, where you guys come back and win that game. I think there was a double overtime game against Wisconsin in 22, and then Saturday night in Jordan-Hare. What was the most exciting game? Or if it was another game, what was it?
Yeah, those two jump out for sure. I think we beat Nebraska in 2021. I think that was overtime too. That was an exciting game just because it was overtime. We didn't play that well on offense from what I remember. So this one is definitely up there. I'd say it's this one in the Michigan game in 2021 for me in my career. But this one presented something different. It was we were able to, fans storm the field. I didn't know if they were going to or not. I had asked Luke Deal, actually. He could tell you on Friday. I said, "Do you think they're going to storm it when we win tomorrow night?" And he said, "I don't know." And I was like, I don't know either. I didn't 100% know what A&M was ranked. I knew they were somewhere in the teens, but I hadn't looked up what they were 100% ranked. And then obviously the way it ended and everything, they went ahead and stormed it. I just turned around after running on the middle of the field, and there were some students right behind me, slapping me on the head. So that was cool because back at Michigan State, that was a game that they would have stormed the field, but they can't because the wall is so high up there that the field's never going to get stormed there. So this one was pretty awesome, and it's something that you'll never forget, really.
Yeah, you want those students in that wall. You need them on that wall. Payton Thorne is with us now. Hey, congratulations.
I bet he didn't get that reference.
Yeah. Have you seen that movie? Do you know the movie Jim's referencing there?
No, which one?
It was a play on A Few Good Men. Does Jim know the movie Jim's referencing?
I have seen it.
A Few Good Men's a
great
movie.
movie.
Yeah.
Great movie.
So I'm wondering when you connect the dots moving into the Iron Bowl now, what does a win like that do confidence-wise for that locker room moving into play rival on the road?
Yeah, it's got to do something. To be able to get in one of those games again and actually come on the right side of it, it gives guys confidence, like you guys said, to try to do it again. This will be a huge win for us if we can go get it done on the road in Tuscaloosa. Obviously, nothing needs to be said about the rivalry. That speaks for itself. But then for us, we got 5 wins. We're 5-6 right now, and we win this one, we get to, play again. So me and this senior class, I know that we're not ready to be done yet. We'd love to get another one and get these young guys moving in the right direction in terms of the direction of the program. And this win would mean a ton to us going out, and then also the guys that, are trying to build something here. So the game means a lot without any records, and then when you toss in our 5-6 record, trying to get a bowl game and finish the season out the right way, this game means a lot.
TheBarnAuburn.com is where you can get all the coverage of Auburn. The Barn Auburn YouTube channel has a lot of great original stuff on that, original content, and TheBarnAuburn.com website. Join for $1 to get on the message board there. You said it, I think, 3 times in that answer, how much this game means. You are from Chicago. You started your career in Michigan. You have not been in Auburn very long. Did you? Your first one was in Jordan-Hare. Those are a little bit different, obviously. Did you prepare yourself properly for this? Like when you first played in an Iron Bowl, you're like, okay, that was even more than I was told it was going to be.
Yeah, I think that I was ready for it. To be honest with you, I'm not gonna say that it was a big shock to me or anything like that. Obviously it's a huge game, and I'm not going to underplay that by any means. The fans really don't like each other at all. And then when you get on the field, obviously it's great competition. It's 2 good schools with talented guys and storied programs. So it's going to be a good game. And playing it last year was obviously a crazy game. unfortunate the way it ended. But, I had played in big games before. I'm not saying that they're the same as this one. Obviously, this one is the greatest rivalry in all of college football. So it's awesome to have the opportunity to play in this game. I'm blessed to have another opportunity this year and to get to go do it on the road now, too, and get to experience that. So, I'm excited about this opportunity. I know the rest of my teammates are as well. And, we're going to put a good week preparation together and get ready to go on the road.
Because we did it last week, we'll do it again this week. Are you ready for your disrespect moment of the week? Last week it was Mike Elko saying we're getting ready for Auburn. Do you guys pay attention to the point spreads in Las Vegas?
I'll sometimes see them on accident. If I'm looking at the ESPN app, I'll look at just random. If I'm looking at the matchups, it'll just like pop up. It's like usually the first thing on there, so I'll see it, but I don't search it up.
What do you think the number is this weekend in Tuscaloosa?
Oh, geez, man, I have no idea.
You guys are an 11.5-point underdog.
Okay, all right. That's
I mean,
that's all right, I guess. No odds makers are playing in the game, so I'm not too concerned about that.
Do you feel like it's disrespectful? I mean, just talking to Auburn fans, they were like, this number's going to be like 7, and it might be a touchdown, but I think a lot of people were surprised it was double digits.
Yeah, I don't know what they use to put into that. Obviously it's different in most games, and so yeah, like I said before, I'm not going to be researching that one too much, so I'm not worried about that.
Did you ever have media training? Because I love the comment before the one Lance just asked, because as a Michigan State guy and an Auburn guy, you were able to both compliment this rivalry while also taking a shot at Michigan, your old rival, by saying that this is the greatest rivalry in college football. Was that? That was so well played. Have you taken a media class before that you can take a shot at your old rival while complimenting this game that you're about to play? That was brilliant.
Yeah, I guess it works out a little. What do they say? Kill two birds with one stone.
So 1 week ago, Lance just referenced it. 1 week ago, we told you the Mike Elko line. You had not heard it yet, or at least you acted like you had not heard it yet. That could have been part of Jim's media training there. But it obviously became, I don't know if in the locker room, but among the fan base, Auburn Twitter sent it out. How much did that infiltrate your locker room? Shortly after we talked to you, one of your teammates put it out on their Instagram story. The tweet that Taylor sent out with Mike Elko saying that. How big a talking point was that for you guys?
Yeah, guys found out about it pretty quickly, and I know some guys were obviously pretty pissed off about it. For me, it didn't do too much for me personally. Obviously, he slipped up and tried to correct himself. Whether he did slip up or maybe it was the human brain's a crazy thing. And so, even when you do slip up like that, it's like, maybe there's a little something there. And, I know a lot of my teammates did take it personally. And, some of our defensive guys for sure were not happy about that. And so, I had a couple guys on our defense who had relation to coaches over there that said, bro, Pete, please take it to these guys this week. I cannot stand these guys. Like, you got it. We got to come out here with the win. I can't stand these guys.
Yeah. So
I was like, all right, let's do it.
I think what Payton said right there, if I could translate, is that our show was responsible for the win. Was that what you meant when you said that, Payton?
You said our what?
Our show, this show, we were responsible for the win. If we had not told you that, you guys probably don't win the game.
Oh, of course, obviously.
Okay. Yeah, hey, stir them up with that 11.5. That's what you need to do when you get off the interview here. So 4th and 31, Gravedigger. I know you hate hearing that. But we talked about, one of your greatest games that you've played in. I mean, was that the hardest hit game after the fact? And, where was your perspective on that one play?
You're saying, was last year the hardest loss?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no question. I mean, it's not even close, to be honest. Just the way that game ended and the emotions of, feeling like we had got it done and, I felt like I gave everything I got that game. Just like, most games, just about every game I play, I feel that way at the end. But that one especially, just because of the game it was. And, I did a lot of running that game. I know our offensive line and Jarquez and everyone else played their tails off. Our defense played their tails off too. They did a freaking great job the entire game. And then for it to end that way, I was practicing snaps with Connor on the sideline because we were just going to, knee it out. I looked up at the clock and I was like, geez, well, we don't even have to run a play.
Oh,
and, then I'm on the sideline. I didn't even see him catch it. I just heard the crowd go silent. And I'm like, well, there's no chance. Surely he didn't catch it. And I look down there and they're celebrating. So, that's one that's going to stick with you for a long, long time. We sat in the locker room. I sat in there for like an hour. It just speechless, And so that's definitely the hardest loss of my career, probably in any sport. And then, obviously you go into the offseason having to have that taste in your mouth, unfortunately.
For all the people who are watching that have never played a game, are you able to use that pain in preparation this week?
It's easy to say you can, but to be honest, there's not much it can do for you now. Obviously we have a different team this year. They have a different team. They got a different coaching staff. It's a whole year ago. It's easy to say, yeah, absolutely. We're going to use that as fuel and everything. And maybe some guys can find a way. But for me personally, it's like, it's a new year. I got new guys around me. They got new guys on their team. Like I said, I got a different defense. So it's just about blocking out the noise and putting together a good week of preparation, watching the film the right way, picking up on different tells, and then being locked in on our game plan and going and getting it done. Just playing hard like I feel like I do every week, and giving it everything I got this week on the road, and just try to play our best.
As a team leader, are you okay with guys like DeMarcus Riddick? I'll never lose to Alabama. Those type comments from yesterday.
Yeah, you guys talked about media training earlier. Obviously,
he missed that class.
That has some stuff to say. That's what they had to say, and I guess that's okay. If that's where our mindset is. Different guys get ready different ways, and so. I know DeMarcus is a really good player, and I like him a lot. He's a really good guy too. So, I'm looking forward to playing with him on Saturday.
Do you feel the hate for Alabama?
Yeah, you can tell when you get down here. Different people say different things. You'll see different people. The fans they really don't like each other at all. And then you understand how big of a game it is. It's hard to describe and put into words completely how it is, because it's different than maybe you'd think. But yeah, I mean, the two schools don't like each other, and this game obviously is the biggest one of the year.
Could you feel it already back in Talladega when we saw you when you were at the NASCAR race, like walking around? There were a lot of Alabama fans there too. Could you even feel it at a place like that?
Yeah, a couple people said stuff, but it wasn't too terrible. But yeah, there were a couple things said that you can definitely tell. This is a real deal rivalry.
What's the worst thing you've ever had? We're not FCC regulated, so you can let it out.
The worst thing you ever heard?
Yeah, worst thing that's been said directly to you. Whether
face to face,
social media, just anything where you were like, that's actually pretty good.
Man, face to face isn't too horrible. Nobody really said anything too crazy. Social media can get crazy. There's definitely been a couple weird ones, but I'd say there's the classic "go kill yourself" and whatever, and that's like, okay, nice one, good one.
Yeah.
But then somebody told me, I hope you get paralyzed next game so I never have to watch you again. I'm just like, I just randomly stumbled across that one, and I'm like, geez, man, that's pretty aggressive there. That's a little much, But you know how fans are. They'll say anything. So there's plenty of stuff like that throughout the years.
Yeah.
I will never unhear that. That's horrible.
Yeah. That's the kind of stuff you say when you don't have to face somebody. Like, nobody would ever in a million years say that to you face to face.
No.
Not in a million years.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there's the other ones where it's like some 10-year-old is calling you, is saying you're a bitch, and it's like, I mean, it's like you're like 7 years old. Like, why do you even have Instagram? You know? I'm like, what in the world? You know, and that's the class. That's the one right there. You think like, what if this little kid walked past me?
Yeah.
What are the odds he's saying that to my face?
None. Zero.
And why are you following Olivia Dunn? You don't even know. Why are you following Olivia Dunn? You don't know what that is, son.
So you really have you've seen like the kid in video call you a bitch.
No, he'll like type it, and this happened, a few times, and I'll just click on a profile sometimes out of nowhere, and I'm like, this kid, I mean, what? Like, did it feel that good? Like, did you really get what you needed by saying that?
Yeah, DM and tell him Santa ain't bringing him shit this year.
Yeah, I'm thinking like him sitting around with his friends, like, should I send it? Should I send it? Let me send it. And they're all sitting there laughing or something. But most of the time, I don't look at the stuff. There was a point in time where there was a whole lot of comments coming in on a couple of my pictures, and I just didn't even look at any of them. And then sometimes after a game, you'll see all your DMs, and I'll just kind of scroll through and see how many there are. I'm not really reading them, but it's just like, holy cow, man, these people, this is something.
This is our final scheduled interview with Payton. It has been a blast, Payton. I know this has not always been easy. The year was a struggle sometimes, but when you showed up, you answered all the questions, and we appreciate that. And I know it probably wasn't the thing you were looking forward to the most, but it's been fun, man. We appreciate the time each week.
Yeah, absolutely. It was fun working with you guys, and appreciate you guys. You guys are easy to answer questions for, so I appreciate you taking it easy on me.
Yeah, man. Good luck. We'll run into you down the road. I know football's still in the plans, but I think you could be a hell of a coach. I know you got it in your blood. That's a positive.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, that is a positive.
That might be up next. I don't know yet, 100%.
Yeah.
You're a good guy, man. I think you're gonna be a hell of a husband someday, man. I mean, what? You're gonna be a hell of a coach. Go play football, man. Go make history.
All the best, Payton.
Thank you, guys.
Yep, thank you, buddy. Take care. That is Payton Thorne, the Auburn quarterback. You can get everything Auburn at thebarnauburn.com, thebarnauburn.com. Join for $1 for the first month to get on those message boards and look at all the content there at The Barn Auburn YouTube channel, thebarnauburn.com.